Dallas and Catherine went to St. Mary's. They found to graduate from St. Mary's and service corps, they had to do 160 hours of community service. They were trying to think of what to do.
Catherine and I were always hearing about girls getting abducted, raped, taken. It was just everywhere. And it was just so terrible that I thought I wanted to do something about it.
Hey Andrew, could you move that up a little bit more just past my name?
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm an instructor in Filipino street fighting. It's not a martial art, but rather a style of fighting. We don't have a belt system like other martial arts do. We have instructorship levels. Started training Dallas after I interviewed her. Her dad flew her in to meet with me, and I had never trained, kids before, and I was a little bit reluctant until I met her, and that's why I wanted to sit down, and we spent about an hour and a half together, and we just got along real well, and it was a good synergy.
From this Filipino street fighting with Chad, I've learned that it doesn't need to be a full-out fight. You can do, such as one ear pull can get you away. One eye jab can give you 2 seconds to run away and save your life.
They liked my concepts on simplicity, and as I started talking with her father a little bit more, he was saying, well, she's kind of doing this public service project for her school. Would you be willing to come up with some ideas, and techniques that girls could use, specifically for girls between 11 and 19 years old? And what techniques could I put together that somebody could learn very quickly, very easily, and understand the concepts? And that's where I had written about 7 or 8 pages worth of information on a Word doc and emailed it to them of this stuff. And I called it Just Yell Fire. That's something my dad told me 20 years ago. And nobody's ever taught kids that that's a way to create attention.
My daughter was approached by Dallas Jessup, and Catherine came home and talked about them doing this filming where she would be the victim and helping out in this project. I thought it was a very unique project and a wonderful opportunity for our daughters to give back to the community.
Catherine's mother was a huge part of putting things together and getting Clackamas Community College to donate. They donated their campus, their theater, their bus stop, just any part of the campus that we needed.
They were originally going to film it in San Diego, and during their spring break, and it didn't work out. So we were back at square one, and I checked with Brian Rose, and that's how I got involved in helping with connecting Dallas and Catherine and Maggie with Clackamas Community College.
So after Dallas brought up the idea to me, we had to meet with a lot of people, and Mrs. Jessup had to take a workshop to learn how to write the script.
We put together this little script, and then we took that to Andy Mingo in the English department, and he helped us work on the script to make it more into a screenplay, let me sit in on a workshop that they were doing, and so for 2 days, and I learned how to break down scripts and shooting schedules and that whole thing.
And so after that, we actually wrote the script the correct way, and then we had to revise it a lot and look up dating Bill of Rights and make our own list of them, what we thought were important.
I have the right to assert my legal rights and call the authorities when a crime has been committed against me or someone I know.
Go.
We talked to Brian Rose in the music department to see if he knew anybody or had contacts of somebody that could help us film it and direct it and that sort of thing, because of course we don't know what we're doing. Brian showed it to Takafumi Uehara, who has amazing visions, and he's won gazillions of awards, Telly Awards, and all kinds of awards.
Takafumi's awesome. He's the man. I can't believe he wakes up so early every morning. He's always bright and chipper, and I'm oh gosh, how do you do it? I can barely open my eyes. But he's always in a good mood, and he's always polite.
Brian introduced me to involve this project. Brian's an old friend. Yeah, we worked together a long time. Yeah.
He's such a cool person, and he's so nice, and he's understanding and caring, and He's everything a director should be.
And he brought in Ed Henry, who's won a bunch of awards for as the director of photography. He's a cameraman.
I was brought into this project by Takafumi, who emailed me the script, and once I read it, I fell in love with it and said, yeah, I would love to be a part of this. This is a really worthwhile project.
Ed brought in Rick, who is a gaffer and does all the lighting.
Solid. One that looks just like that.
Okay.
Okay? And bring it right here. Hello.
These people are all extreme professionals. So we have this incredible crew, from Deborah Anderson for special effects makeup, Steve for sound. These students that are extremely talented and on the verge of having a career in this. And pretty much every single person that saw this script and saw this project said, when they saw what it was, they said, "Oh my gosh, this is great. Count me in. What can I do?"
Everybody had something to put in and some ideas, and everyone's just, it's amazing that so many people are putting their time into this. It's just, it takes people who are really considerate and nice to do this kind of thing, to give their free time up and put so much work into something for nonprofit. And it's just amazing. And everyone is so nice. No one has little conflicts. And it's just, everyone works so well together. It's amazing.
Yeah, everyone did a good job, So, yeah, and then collaborate each other. It's just great.
It was amazing. I wasn't really sure what to expect. I goofed around with home movies and stuff before. I've never worked with a professional film crew.
One of the things that I've enjoyed so much about this shoot is being able to show the folks who have not been on a movie set before kind of the process of filmmaking.
I didn't realize how many takes they did just to get the car to park. Taking takes to get your eyes to look great. It's just so much more than I thought it was, but I really do like it.
I didn't realize how much was involved in putting a film together. I really enjoyed watching how the production takes place and how intricate it is. I didn't realize how important lighting was.
A lot of the things have to do with lighting. And just like moving half an inch can be like the perfect shot.
It's really nice it's fun to see their expression on their face when you tell them a trick that we use to make something believable, and you see kind of like the sparkle in their eyes when they realize that these tricks that we use for filmmaking really do look real on the screen.
I thought they were going to do a real ugly one. I refused to do the scar at first. But then I saw it. I'm like, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
Everyone's all, dude, I didn't see that scar yesterday. I apologize. It's like, it wasn't there yesterday.
It was a bad accident.
Thanks for paying attention.
The professionals that came in took all of the amateurs, like Dallas and Catherine. They've never acted in anything in their lives. And Park and Chad have never acted. They came together and just made them into actors.
Very difficult. Seriously, very difficult. Have all the respect in the world for actors that say, acting is hard. I now believe them.
It is hard, yet you learn to love it. And it takes a lot of time because you have to set up the lighting, you have to get set into the mindset of who you are supposed to be acting. You have to get everyone ready and where they're supposed to be. You have to get everything set out perfectly. That it takes a lot of time. You have to wait for the sky to turn the right color because it can't be different. That has stopped us a lot.
My hope with this filming is basically to, even if we just helped one person, be it a young female or a young male, because these techniques can be used by anyone. If it could help someone get out of a very bad situation, then I think this is a success.
I have no doubt this film will save lives. We need people to take it seriously and to get it into every hand they can. Every single girl in this country should have a copy of this, and they should watch it over and over and over again so that they learn these techniques. They're really, really simple, but even though they're very, very, very simple techniques to learn, they need to practice them so that it becomes second nature. So it's just automatic. When somebody grabs you, you automatically do the, defend yourself.
One of the major things I would really like to say is thank you to everyone who has made this film possible. Without your generous support, talent, financial backing, it's because of our community we have the opportunity to share this with everyone in the nation. And so with my sincere thanks, thank you very much.
It's just amazing because this little idea came into something that was a reality, and that's what was important.